All right. It's that time. It's time for Beyond Sight and Sound. Let's do this.
Hey boys and girls, we are going to talk about S&W shooters and prospectors. What is S&W shooters and prospectors?
We at S&W Shooters and Prospectors help people find treasure.
Did you say treasure?
Yes, treasure. Just listen to this amazing review from our happy customer, Jackie Sparrow.
Chocolate ship shape and a pleasure to deal with. I was able to buy everything that I needed at prices that were shillings less than others. I found my 9 pieces of 8 in no time. Savvy?
I know you're asking yourself, why should I shop at S&W Shooter and Prospectors?
Chuck Smalley has over 45 years of metal detecting experience. He works with each customer one-on-one to customize their setup to match their skill level.
So if you always dreamt of being a pirate, contact Chuck at S&W Shooters and Prospectors and he'll dig up a great deal for you.
iPads and rum not included.
Caution. Please do not operate motor vehicles or power equipment while under the influence of this show. Listening to this show could cause side effects such as bouts of laughter, violent binges of cabin fever, and even dreams of silver and gold. Please be advised. Now that the fine print is out of the way, on with the show. All right. All right, the fine print's out of the way. It's, I don't know what's going on here. I'm trying to work through some things that had just came up just as we were fixing to go live, and I'm still trying to look into everything. I'm not sure what happened there. Well, I don't know. Well, we'll get. I'll try to deal with that here in a minute. We'll get Chuck in here. How's it going, Chuck?
It's going well. How about you guys?
Most of us are doing okay, but looks like I don't know. Looks like there's issues with the feed in YouTube.
Yeah, Alan doesn't have it, he says. Randy does.
Randy's got the feed in YouTube? Well, yeah, he says he's got sound.
Yep.
Okay.
Randy. I think Janet's got it. I only see a limited amount of the posts. So Barks, he's good on YouTube. Randy's good. Anybody else? Anybody got a problem? We'll work it out on the sound. The rest of your problems are yours.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got my own. So
never mind.
Yes.
Yeah, we're good on YouTube. I don't know what happened, but
Yeah.
yeah, everything was working, and as soon as I threw the switch to go live, uh, everybody on YouTube started, well, most folks on YouTube, I guess, started getting some sort of an error message, including me.
Yeah.
And I
Thank you,
was
Janet.
trying to
That's
figure out
good.
what was going on. But I
Yeah.
figured, well, I'll go ahead and just we'll get the stream out there, and I'll deal with it on the backside as I'm working with everything else on my screens right now. So with dealing with everything else, I haven't seen who all was in the chat. I know Ohio Relic Hunter and Barks and Randy DeMario.
Oh, yeah. Travis is in there and he's telling us, he's reporting YouTube has having issues this evening. So it's had issues off and on for us here too over a couple
Well,
days.
yeah. Well, at least we've got that then.
Yep. So we'll move forward. I see
So thanks
Barks.
for the update there, Travis.
Yeah, Barks put a little silver price up.
Yeah,
Around,
that was the
yeah.
next I was headed. What does Barks have in the chat? Do you
I
remember?
think it was 42.33, and I think silver was like 53 and change.
I'm showing $4,230.80 on AppMax for gold,
There you go.
$53.39 for silver, 1,680 flat for platinum,
Platinum.
1,571.50 for rhodium, and Ohio Relic Hunter will probably tell you that steel's going for 118 a ton.
Excuse me. There you go.
I
There you
don't
go.
know. But
53.33.
but yeah, yesterday silver broke. I mean, it's in the news every day now. Silver and gold breaking historic highs.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, silver hit 53.55 an ounce. Just temporarily, but it was still there.
Barb says if it hits 4,500, she's selling. Well, let's talk about that, Barb. Don't know if it's going to
Yeah,
do that. One of the biggest drives right now, there's two things going on. Number one, our government shutdown has people a little bit scared.
concerned.
Iron is 120.50 per ORH. Okay, getting back to what we're saying. And then the shutdown has them nervous. And then there is a shortage of silver, especially through Europe, mainly Great Britain. And I talked to a coin shop owner the other day here locally, and we were discussing England. And he says, what happened in England? It caught them a little off because
Off guard.
the way they buy over there is a bit different than what how they order over here. Ace Coins in East Moline had bought, looking into the future, a lot of silver, and so did a couple of the others locally. I mean, a lot, and most of that was rounds and bars and fractionals and American Eagles and just the whole thing of silver. And then, but daily, I kind of hung out in the shop for a while. People were coming in selling. I mean, they had silver, they had gold. I watched one gentleman come in, and I know the folks at Ace. We traded stuff, and they like gold, and they bought some gold and things for me, and I bought silver from them. You hedge it back, and you come in, and from a distance, I was telling Josh this earlier, it looked like he had one really nice, heavy gold bracelet, and they went in the back, tested. He come out, and he said, "Nope." He said, "That is gold plated copper." And the guy said, "No, it's not." He said, "Yeah, it is. No, thank you. You can take it elsewhere. I think they're going to tell you the same thing." And that guy left. Another guy come in. Now he had old rings and stuff, and they figured it up by the weight, and they tested and did everything and checked it out, and they bought all that. So anyway, scrap quarters, Bart, 178 of them right now. I would think here's what might happen. I am not a prognosticator, but I do follow it. If they get the shutdown up and running, you will see silver and gold take a pretty good little dip. It won't crash, but it'll take a
At
sharp
least
dip
for a little bit.
for a little bit. So I have some rings and other stuff. I'm thinking, well, what I may do with them, watching the silver, is sell that gold and hedge back with silver if it hasn't ended the shutdown with some of it. And I mean, these rings are they're all found. I mean,
Sweat equity.
yeah. So right now I'm going to be ahead of the game because of where we're at, and then take some and turn it into some gold backs and silver. And the gold backs have been rapidly climbing also. And there are a few places in my area starting to pop up now. In fact, that coin shop's starting to, they accept them. And a couple other businesses are starting to accept them. You can go in and you can go on the Goldback app and you can find where you can sell and trade in Goldbacks, not sell, but use them as currency. And that's growing daily.
Yeah, it
People
is.
are not trusting our almighty dollar that's not so almighty anymore.
Yeah. Well, and that's another part of all of this is that they say now what we've got is we've got a number of investors that maybe in the past were not investing in gold and silver to hedge on things.
Yep.
Now they're jumping in,
Right.
and now uh, financial advisors, where in the past they may have recommended a portfolio, say 60-40, now they're recommending 60-20-20, with 20% of that being precious metals.
Right. Now, Kevin brought up a thought. If people are selling their silver coins for melt, will that drive up the numismatic value?
It absolutely will, like it did
It
in the.
can. It can. Yes. Now, when you're looking at from 1940 through 45 mercuries, there's a lot of them out there. It would take one heck of a sell off for that to come back. But then again, there's some that are inherently high priced due to low mintage. Most of those, I think, people would be smart enough to check them, but you never
Right.
know.
Well, and here's the that's interesting.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
That was me.
Oh, well, and to play devil's advocate there, with people sending in silver coins for melt, that will most likely drive the price of the higher grade numismatic specimens up in value.
Right.
However, nobody knows how
What's
much
out
that's
there?
going to drive it up because we don't know how much is out there
That's
or how
right.
much is being melted.
That's
There's
right.
there's no way that they can track that,
No.
unfortunately.
The only
Either
way they're
way,
gonna, the only way they can really track certain quantities of higher grade and rarity is through
The
PCGS
grading
and
system.
GC. Yeah, the
Yeah.
grading systems. Well, they'll tell you. You can go on. You can look. MS65, 18, 80, whatever. We have 300 that are MS65.
Yeah. Each grading system,
Yeah,
each grading
they
company's
keep track of it.
catalog will tell you how
Yeah.
many they have graded in that grade.
So that is the biggest factor. One of the biggest factors there is the graded
Right.
coin.
And this should be nothing new to people. I mean, if you've got a slab coin, you can take that grading number and you can go back to the grading service and look that number up on their database, and it
Right.
will bring up photos of your coin.
Yep. And so that is one way to get a feel for it, but you just don't know what's out there. And when GSA sold all the silver dollars that were found, that did affect many coins in the Carson City grading.
Yeah.
And that had an effect on it. So, it's just a guess at this point. I mean, if you've got a 1945 Mercury dime that's a bit worn and you're selling it off, but then you find one that is near proof like and full split bands and beautiful coin,
Keep it.
well, that's nice, but you'll get a better price out of it, but it costs you, I don't know, $40 to get it graded or whatever it is today. And unless you're a member and all that stuff. Um, and then that goes into the population of the high grade graded coins, and that's how they're rated.
Right. And another thing that plays a part into it is much along the lines of the investments. A lot of the national banks, they're starting to dump the U.S. dollar into the market and replace their reserves with gold and silver,
Right.
which doesn't say a
So,
whole lot for the U.S.
you know,
dollar right now.
most of the coins we find, you get one that hits VF or above. It gets if you send it in to get graded, which some may rate getting graded because of the rarity of something you may have found, they get
Oh,
little.
yeah, like a 16D Merc.
There you go. Anymore, you get an EV on there, which will affect it, and that's environmental damage that you can't necessarily see with the naked eye well, but they're looking at it, and you get pitting and that kind of stuff. So dug coins can have great value, and if you get a rare one, and occasionally you see a rare piece comes up, a very rare piece.
Oh, yeah, they can be found.
So, but you know,
And sometimes they're rare enough that it doesn't seem like what the condition is. You're still getting a very nice return
yep,
for cutting a plug.
right, right,
But and at this point, the prices that we're seeing, if you think now is the time to sell, hey, you're the one that has to make that call. You're not hurting yourself at all by selling at this point, or at least entertaining the thought of selling, because you've got sweat equity in it.
yep. And people, get really attached to finds because they've got a memory to finding that and where they found it and when they found it, and it becomes a centerpiece of their collection or accumulation of whatever they have. But when we get to this point of the game, and let's say Bark says he had 100, whatever it was, 78 quarters, just common quarters he's found. I wouldn't have that much of an attachment to it with this price.
Yeah.
Now,
At
if he found
$9+ a quarter.
right, I have a 1917 Type 1S.
That one do not sell for melt.
No, that's one I keep, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I did not dig it, but I found it, and it was in a barn. And I went up in the loft, and we were scheduled to burn that barn down in a couple days. So I went out and I was walking through it and talked to the owner. He said, "Yeah, go take a look. You might find something in there. You never know. I'm not cleaning it out totally." So I was going through and there was piles in the corners and I found a couple old bottles. I climbed up to the loft and was looking in the edges and that kind of stuff. And as I was coming down the ladder, it was just a wooden barn ladder. I happened to look on the cross member and it looked like in the dust, here's this, what I thought was an electric box plug, the punch outs. Reached over and it was that quarter sitting on that beam.
It's a nice find.
It has really pretty toning. It's not what you call a glistening white quarter, but I've had dealers look at it and they said send it in. And the one he grades it, and I trust him. He grades it MS65 plus.
Right?
So that's something I haven't parted with.
No, I wouldn't either.
That's the kind of stuff I keep back. I've got some pretty nice pieces that I found over many years, but then common date Mercury dimes, Washington quarters, no date Stanton Liberty quarters, uh, Roosevelt's, adios,
War nickels.
war nickels. Bye.
Yeah. At this price, well, at least minutes before we went live, a war nickel melt was $2.99.
Not many places take the war nickels in to melt, but there are some.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like gold filled. Some of your pocket watches are gold filled. There's 2 places in the U.S. that will take a gold filled watch to melt the case.
Yeah,
So,
the options are a little limited at that point.
yeah. But they pay the gold weight out of it. They've got the system to do it. You got a couple beat up old gold pocket watches that you've dug or something, and you can send it in for melt on that. Do it.
Yeah. But
And I believe,
here's another thing for them to think about too, though. Like Barb says, if it hits 45, I'm selling. Well, they're already speculating that gold will hit 5K by the end of next year, and I say they're off. We'll see it earlier than that. But they're also speculating 10K before the decade. And right now, if you go back and do a little research on it, silver is actually outperforming gold this year.
Yep.
And that's fact. You can
Yeah.
look that up, folks. I don't have the numbers in front of me. Chuck might have. I want to say we were looking at somewhere around, what, 28% increase in gold over the year and
Yes.
36 on silver.
On silver. And it's still continuing now. It broke its $40 barrier. It has broken the $50 barrier. And
in a
it's,
matter of 10 days.
yep. And where's it going to stop? Who knows? There are some saying it could see $100. There are some saying no, it won't, because the shutdown will stop and it will come back down and level. So who you want to believe, I don't know. But right now you're at a good, you have the leverage to sell something like Barb just said. She's got
Right.
loads of silver rings. Well, pick out the pretty ones, Barb, and sell the rest.
You are in the driver's seat. You know, pick out what you don't want to
Excuse
sell,
me.
what you want to keep, sell it all. You know, here's a question to ask yourself. How many rings do you have to have in your display case? Think about that. I mean, for those of us that are fortunate enough to find gold rings and keep them in the display case, once you've got a few in there, you're just kind of going, yeah, looks nice, but it's another gold ring. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're still a blast to find, and I love finding them when I do.
Sure.
But how many can you, how many do you feel like you have to have?
I don't know. I've seen
Yeah.
some with a lot of them. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Barb, silver rings. I've seen on one chain setup that were found along Lake Michigan that he had over 400 silver
The
rings.
ring chain.
Yep.
Yep. I've seen that. I've
Yep.
held that.
Mm-hmm. Unbelievable. We're talking pounds.
Yeah. It was definitely a sight to see. Unfortunately, it's not anymore, but
No.
but yeah, I've seen that.
Yep. So interesting, and he's one of those like me that when the opportunity arises, in this case, we're going to sell some of it. Not necessarily all of it, but we're going to sell some. We get
Right.
we get a little kickback and help pays for trips to England and
Aruba.
Aruba and Alaska.
Which the way they keep talking about what the winter outlook could be, you might be thinking you should have went to Aruba.
Don't mean I can't drive down South Texas.
Well, yeah, doesn't mean you can't sell off some gold rings and drive on down.
You got it.
Something like that.
Something like that. Florida.
And I mean, honestly, I had thought at the prices and the activity that we're seeing, and it's volatile right now.
Very.
Who knows what's going to happen next?
Right.
But at the prices we've been seeing, I had thought about liquidating some of that and turning it into fractional gold. But seeing the way silver is outperforming right now, it'd be just as easy to turn it into higher grade silver. And at that point, you've got no problem liquidating it later down the road and turning it into fractional gold if you want.
Yep. So, that's you guys' individual decision. But your opportunity to make a few bucks back is there right now.
Yeah. we've often talked about it only takes that one good find to pay for your detector. It's that statement's never been truer than it is now.
I mean, I know
we've
guys.
got people that are cashing in things that they've found and buying new machines.
That's right. It's happened twice now. I had another gentleman just do it with me. So he had a pretty good summer and went down to a local place, cashed it out, came to me and bought a detector just the other day.
Right. I mean, they work hard for it. They earned it. They want to convert it into cash and upgrade their machine. Hey, why not? Have
And
at it.
Jay Morris says he's got 10-carat rings. If I can send them in, I think it's time. Well, just take a look at it, Jay. MidwestRefineries.com is a good place. Many of the dealers send the stuff they can't sell to that place.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
They got good turnover and turnaround. I've read some people didn't like them, read others more than most love them because they treat you very well.
Right. Jason Weir says that a few of the coin collectors that he follows says that we should all be saving, saving and holding back the older pennies.
Yeah, the old wheats.
Because that market is about to explode, and he wants to know if anyone else has heard that. Which we even mentioned that a couple of episodes back. That if you're going to sell, let go of the late date mercs, stuff like that. But the older coins or the higher grade coins, keep a hold of those. I'd let the scrap jewelry go before I let the coins go.
Yeah. And you can say, all right, this is what I got. I'm going to take this amount out of it, cash in at this point, and enjoy that, or pay a bill, or buy something you need, or take a trip, whatever.
Yeah.
And
Detector
you haven't wiped out the whole collection, just wiped out a certain portion at this level. If it goes up beyond there, well, okay. If it drops, well, I did the right thing. I still got a lot left for the next bounce.
Right. Tim says he's heard nothing but good things about Midwest.
I've worked with them. I speak them highly. They've treated me fine.
Yeah, very, very reputable.
So I like them. They've done me good.
Yeah. Well, and when Andy was on the show a couple episodes back, that's who he likes to deal with as well.
Yep.
And speaking of Andy, if people missed the post, the Manticore books are in.
Yep,
they will be shipping soon. And those that have been asking Chuck, when can I get a copy? Well,
shortly.
Soon.
Shortly.
Yeah.
I've got them coming in, and I've already got people asking for them. So, yep.
It'll be interesting.
Yes.
So we also had that to make sure to mention too. And we got to make sure and mention the Halloween costume contest again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I got to thinking the other night, we've been mentioning it. I know Janet's close to getting her entry in, but I don't think we've mentioned that that's only open to those in the lower 48.
Yeah, we better.
So we probably ought to make sure that that's known. or if you've got a shipping address in the lower 48. I mean, I don't care which
some
way you
do.
want to look at it.
Some come across the border and pick up mail.
Yeah, exactly. There are services out there that you can purchase an address where they can just come across the border and pick it up, and that's fine if that's how they want to do it. But we have to have a shipping address that's in the lower 48. Whether you are or not, we have to have a shipping address in the lower 48 to ship said price if you win, and they've got to be listening live the night we announce the winners.
Yep. Got to be in the house.
And obviously, you can't win if you don't play.
Nope. And there's some good stuff there, and it's gaining momentum. I mean, it's went up in value ever since we talked about it.
Yeah, I think Barb had happened to make the comment the night that we announced it, saying that's a lot of work for $10 worth of prizes. Well, it's not $10 worth of prizes anymore.
No, it's more like 16. So, but it's a fun thing. You guys get involved, you win a little something, we'll have a good time.
Yeah. And, you know, if nobody else gets their entry in and Janet's the only one that does, well, it won't be hard to judge who wins.
Okay, here's the question of the night. 5 Mile Relic Hunter, what's the best way to send a video?
If you're not on Facebook, you can email your entry to beyondsightandsound@gmail.com.
Yep, it's
That's
something fun to do.
beyondsightandsound@gmail.com. All one word.
And there's a bit of bragging rights there, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I still say you never know. There may be extra credit there for someone if their costume gets them arrested, but we're not bailing you out.
Well, we want to stay as lawful as we can.
Well, you know,
and, have a little fun with it.
Kudos for creativity, but
right.
What happens on your watch is your problem.
Yep. And just to give you an idea, the $1 gold back.
Oh yeah,
in the past 3 weeks, and it's jumped from, I think it was 610. Now you're at 854.
Yeah.
Just a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So, and of course, you've been following Silva.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Yep.
It's worth following all of it.
Yeah, we're just there. This is a good time thing.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I've seen some comments in the past couple of episodes from some people where it's going to be interesting to see them make a submission to the contest.
Well, here's what Bark says. He said he's not thinking my video will get me arrested, but it might send him to a padded room. That maybe ought to been a long time ago, Barks. And Jack will bail out Janet, she says. I hope. And I know Barb's working on some, and some of the others are. So it'd be fun.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Emery's in the house. I missed him earlier. I think what we're going to see is that once Janet gets her entry in, that's going to kind of prod the others into getting theirs in.
There you go.
Because you've only got till midnight, October 31st, and we're halfway through the month.
That's right. Is that coffee?
So,
Yes. Okay. So anyway, but we're looking forward to it. This is fun for us too.
5
And
Mile, the deadline is midnight, October 31st, Eastern
I may
Time.
throw, there may be a couple Chuck's choices in there, the best costume alongside of the best video. And I might add something else for that to people. We'll see. But it all has to go to Detecting Beyond Sight and Sound. Has to be in by midnight, October 31st. We'll judge them. And that following next show after Halloween, we'll be announcing the winners.
Right. And you'll have to post that in the Metal Detecting Beyond Sight and Sound Facebook group, not the page,
Right.
because I may not notice it.
Alan's back in the house. He's got sound.
Well, hopefully his flight hasn't been canceled.
Yeah.
Because he was supposed to leave for England.
I thought so. He might be sitting in an airport somewhere. I don't know.
He may be just getting a late flight.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, that has to be posted to the Metal Detecting Beyond Sight and Sound Facebook group. You can't miss it. To cover photos in Old Road. Or if you're not on Facebook, then you can submit your entry by emailing it to beyondsightandsound@gmail.com. That's all letters, all one string, no spaces, no dashes or underscores or anything like that.
Right. Alan said it's tomorrow night.
Oh, okay.
We're off a day.
Well, for some reason, I was thinking he was leaving Wednesday.
Yep.
Well,
Janet says hers should be on Saturday. Oh, I'll look forward to that.
Oh?
Yep. Or Sunday. This weekend sometime.
Well. And it may not hurt if you do post it in the Metal Detecting Beyond Sight and Sound Facebook group. It might not hurt to tag me in it. Just to make sure I notice it.
There you go.
I mean, I think I will. We've had a lot of activity on the group lately, so I've been trying to stay a little more mindful of checking in fairly regularly, plus sharing the articles about gold and silver and welcoming people and birthdays to people and things of that nature. Which Dennis had a birthday earlier this month, but he hasn't been back in the show since then. I think tonight he's out trap shooting again.
That could be. Nice weather.
Getting geared up and ready for deer season, I guess.
Or something.
Right? Might be getting geared up for field hunting so he can find some more gold.
Got Dan Witt in the house. How you doing, Dan?
Yeah, Dan's in.
Yeah. You ready for Alaska next year, buddy? So that's another thing. I'll be grinding out information to all of them wanting to go and tell them to pay attention to the time and get their deposits in. We're at that point of the season, and it'll be interesting.
Right. And I see your comment there, 5 Mile. I'll get you added after the show.
Oh, good.
So we'll definitely get you in there. Apparently, 5 Mile is on Facebook and requested to join the group. So good.
You're going up to see Dave Ralph, huh? Dig Daddy Dig? That's cool. You'll enjoy that. You'll like his farm. And I'll get it out to you, Tim. I'm planning on it. So we'll have another shot at it.
Hopefully, yeah.
HK 9x19S. I just recently started collecting gold. Is coins and bars the cheapest way? With gold, there's nothing cheap.
Well, cheap is a relative term.
That's out there. And what do you like? You know,
Yeah.
you're the collector here,
If
or
you're
you're the
investing,
investor.
yeah, if you're investing to collect it, you
Buyer.
should certainly have it in a form that you prefer.
Yeah. And remember, 1 gram pieces on up. The smaller the piece, the higher over spot you're charged.
Right.
Yeah, it costs you more, so you got to make more to cover that. If you can buy half to 1 ounce, there isn't as high as the charge, and then whatever. If you're going for bars, try to buy it that way. I'm just trying to save you money. I'm not telling
And
you
he
what to
says
do with
he
your money.
doesn't care whether it's coin or bars, just so it's gold.
There you go. Either or.
Yeah.
Thanks, Phil. How you doing, buddy?
And
Hit that
hey,
like.
welcome, Phil. Which hopefully Phil's going to put an entry in as well.
Yeah.
Because,
Oh,
like I said,
okay. Barb just opened up the sign-ups for the kids giveaway.
oh
So
boy,
that's coming, isn't it, Barb?
yep, it's just around the corner, coming faster than what we realize.
Right. Yes, it is.
And
You're never ready
HK,
for that first cold stuff.
no. And who knows? Maybe HK wants to try his hand at some prospecting. Maybe.
Yep.
I mean, why buy it if you can find it?
Yep. Well, man, I've been seeing that light up on northeast Iowa and around Wisconsin, Michigan, what they call the driftless zone now. A lot of videos of guys going out panning and that kind of stuff. They're getting a little gold. They're doing all right.
Nice.
So,
Indiana Unearthed just sent some goodies for the kids giveaway.
all right.
Good deal.
Hey, Frankie Juarez. So
Yeah, there's Frank. He's in.
there's Frank's in the house. Hope he
Yeah.
made enough extra wine to keep warm over the winter. Yep.
Good possibility.
Why Gold's metal detecting adventures. My winter mining is on hold temporarily. Hopefully, gold stays above 4K by February.
Oh, I don't think there's any danger of that.
No, I think it's going to be a while. But
If it dips below 4K by February, hold on to it for a minute, Rob, because they're calling for 5K by the end of the year,
yes,
next
they
year.
are. So,
So, or you may want to hold on to it
if it
anyway.
keeps doing what it's been doing, we're at 42 plus. And sometimes you're seeing $100 a day swing. Man. Oh, he's got 40 gallons ready to go. Well, you'll stay warm.
42, 36, 50.
Man.
And 53.29 on silver.
Well, keeps
And it
flying.
is. It's
After the Hunt Brother thing, as long as it's went, I never thought I'd see it get above 40 again. Mid 30s was always in the back of my mind as maybe I ought to sell some. Back in 2011, it was up in that range, tipped up. I did good. I sold a bunch of dimes, some halves, few bars
right.
that had come in, that kind of stuff to a gentleman. And then I really haven't sold anything since 2011. Now it's like I've got stuff built up from, I've taken gold and silver for trade-ins on guns and metal
Yep.
detectors for years. And it's time to pull that profit back in.
And when it hit 40, you're probably going, I probably ought to think about selling some of that. And before you even had half a chance to think about it, it broke 50.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
I mean, it's not a bad thing. Like I said, you're not hurting yourself. You're still making out.
right. There you go. There you go. Well, we got the guy.
Absolutely.
We set the guidelines on the Halloween again.
Yep.
We're watching
And
gold and silver. We brought up going to
maybe
Alaska looking for gold and other places. You know, you can find it in Lake Superior. You can find it along the shores of Lake Michigan, all along the shores. You can find it in Indiana. You can actually find Illinois gold. Don't
you
expect
can
big
find it
stuff,
in
but
every
it's
state
there.
of the union
Every state of the
but
union.
one.
Oh, yeah,
Well, and you can find gold jewelry in any state of the union.
that's true.
So I guess
Hawaii has no natural gold.
yeah. Um, Another thing, though, for those that may not have heard, you may want to run off what the prices are. Have a good night there, Phil.
Take care, Phil. So,
What first, second, and third get.
oh,
If we have a first, second, and third.
yeah, that's just it. You got to have three to compete. Well, it was a gold back and a quarter, wasn't it? On
On
first,
first,
yeah, a gold back and a silver quarter, a silver quarter and a half gold back on second, and a half gold back on third.
which is not bad.
No,
Oh,
fun.
and I guess one other thing to touch on real quick. We know that we did have a nor'easter a little
Yeah,
early in the season, I think, but
yeah,
we did have one. And from the reports we're hearing,
yep.
it took the sand out.
Yes, it did. Atlantic City, it pulled the sand away from the beach. I have a friend of mine sent me pictures. He already had one diamond ring and gold and one emerald and diamond and gold today.
Not a bad couple days.
No, that was just today. And he'd only been out a few hours. He sent me the pictures. I told Josh about it. And one of our friends on this site, he couldn't go. He was all upset. He told me that. I did order and that was Mr. Pacifico. He had to work, but I did order.
You did get your acid test box ordered.
Yes, that's ordered. Now he makes some good stuff. He's got some other stuff you guys don't know about. So keep your eyes out. He's going to be posting up stuff and things that he can make for you. He can even like Barb. You ought to talk to him about a treasure chest with Dirt Pirate on it. He can actually put that Dirt Pirate emblem right on it.
Yeah, he probably could.
Oh, Alan ordered
Let's
one
see.
too.
Yeah, Alan said that he had ordered one the same night you did. I'm assuming he got in contact with Steve, or Steve got in contact with him.
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe you and Alan both ordered yours in red.
I got a yellow one.
Oh, you did? You got
Yeah,
yellow?
he changed me over to yellow. I went to yellow. All right, that I could
Oh,
spot it quick amongst my stuff and grab it and go, okay, I know what that
yep,
is.
exactly. Alan says his shipped today.
Yep, mine did too.
Good.
So we'll have
And
those
Alan
and
went with beige,
ah
earth tone. Okay.
oh, why Gold reports that a buddy of his just left Nome due to the typhoon hitting the area. His mining season is done. Yeah, it was getting almost done before the typhoon was coming in, and getting pretty cold.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunate. I mean, we hate to see the season come to an end. especially at the prices we're seeing, right?
Right. Well, Barb reports Bub can make a chest with his printer. I didn't know he had a printer.
Well, good. That'll keep him out of
That's
trouble. Maybe.
right.
Maybe. We'll see.
Janet says she's going to include that treasure chest that was made for them in a video for Halloween. Ooh,
Ooh.
yeah, I got some plans going there. We can't wait, Janet. So,
Yep. Got to see how those are starting to come out. Plus, that may kind of set the bar for some folks looking to get their entry
yeah,
in. It'll give them an idea of what direction they may or may
yeah.
not want to go.
Well, I'm going
I
out
still
this.
got to say, I'm interested to see what Steve P comes up with.
Yep, yep. I'm going out this weekend in some fields. So hopefully, we get over with Barks. Emery, we're going to be doing some stuff there. I want to get a hold of Frankie and see if he wants to ride along, but we'll be taking a gentleman over that just got his Manicore, and he'll be doing some filming, and he is
Oh,
yeah, so hopefully we can pull that off. I got to talk to him tomorrow, and we'll go Saturday, hang with Emery and Kevin, and see what we can come up with. The whole Barks
nice.
crew. Clayton.
Nice.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's happening Saturday. So we'll see if we can get
Well,
out and have a little fun.
sounds like a plan. I guess in the
Yep.
meantime, you've probably got your machine set to cherry pie mode and fixing to go
Oh
dig
yeah,
up some
I'm
fruit.
sitting here staring across the room at it, sitting right there, and he made up coffee. I got pie and coffee coming right now. It's about time to say good night to everybody. Alan, safe travels, my friend. Anybody out there's got to travel, have safe travels. Get out, find a bucket lister, have a good weekend. Stay out of trouble.
There you go. Well put. Enjoy your dessert, Chuck.
I will.
We'll see you.
We'll see you, buddy. Thanks for having me. Bye bye.
Well, if keep following the articles, keep doing your research. Should I sell? Should I stay? Should I hold? Should I buy? You got to be the judge on it. And I know it sounds a little strange to say, but technically, right now, silver is outperforming gold. And it's been a long time coming. We've said for quite some time that silver was undervalued, and that's been a few months back now. I think that Alan and Chuck and I were trying to crunch numbers before the show and figured that for it to right itself, to go back to the gold silver ratio that has been seen in the past historically, silver's gonna have to hit somewhere around $70 to $100 an ounce. Will it? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. And I guess as we roll out, we'll check spot one more time, and we're setting it 42.33.60 on gold, 53.34 on silver currently as we roll out. So if you enjoyed the show, make sure and throw us a like. You can follow us here, Beyond Sight and Sound on YouTube, Beyond Sight and Sound on Facebook, Metal Detecting Beyond Sight and Sound Facebook group, which is where you want to put up your Halloween costume contest entries of you in your best Halloween costume with your detector no later than midnight, October 31st Eastern Time. That's where you want to get that submission made, and I'll get you added to the group after the show, 5 Mile. If you do not interact on Facebook, you can email your entry beyondsightandsound@gmail.com, and that's a way for the folks that don't use Facebook to get their entry in. And then there's always the wonderful podcast distribution services if you follow those, which analytics show that everybody's still following the podcast distribution services, which is not a bad thing. That's always a good thing. But to get it live, you've got to be here Wednesdays and Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern. We were a minute or so late tonight. We were kind of crunching some numbers about gold and silver. Either way, I guess that's everything. Get out there and find it if you can. Hopefully everyone's getting some rain so they can. We have not yet. Not enough to matter anyway. Until the next one, have a wonderful evening, folks. We're out of here. We sure are glad you found us here tonight. Thanks for dropping by and joining in. If you like metal detecting, treasure hunting, gold prospecting, or even entertaining discussion, check us out Wednesdays and Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern, on your favorite podcast distribution services.